Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective, where you get a little bit of something and a whole lot of everything. Happy Monday! And forth between whatever Monday, Hodgepodge Monday, and Mindful Monday. But I figured today we'll do Mindful Monday. I got some mindfulness cards to start out the week. This might become a thing, but I'm not sure yet because, there's only so much mindfulness you can teach people. So, because really it's kind of a you just figure it out as you go, right? I mean, mindfulness is mindfulness, but anyways, trying a new look today without my glasses. Wow, there's a lot of cards popping out here. So let's see. So far I got 2, and I have some mindful tips to start the work week with. So let's see here. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. I'm gonna need my cheaters. I have my contacts on today. Thought I'd give it a whirl, see how that would go. But I'm gonna need my cheaters to read, so oh, and you've been wearing glasses since 3rd grade. These are the life things that are gonna happen to you. So that was a long time ago. So anyways, alright, let's get rolling. Alright. Resilience. If you find yourself revisiting moments in your life when you were not in control, you were not regressing, and you were not alone, what you are doing is finding your resilience. Repeat the affirmation, I am resilient, I do not need to be in control. I am resilient, I do not need to be in control. Alright, so, alright, that's one. The next one for mindfulness. Light a candle. Well, depending on where you are, light a candle. If you're at work, don't advise it. When you need to bring yourself back to the present, light your favorite candle, breathe deeply. What does the candle smell like? Move your hands safely around the flame. How does the temperature change when your hands are closer or farther from the flame? It gets hot. Be careful. All right. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I don't promote that one. That just doesn't seem safe. Repeat a positive affirmation. It's easy to go off on a negative tangent of thoughts. A great way to reverse this is by repeating a positive affirmation. The focus on the repetition is a mindful practice and has the added benefit of making you feel more positive. So, if you want, you can go right back to this one. I am resilient. I do not need to be in control. I am resilient. I do not need to be in control. All right. Good morning, Eileen. Good morning, older sibling. Coloring for adults. We had this the last time, right? For a Mindful Monday. I just realized my cheaters match the cards. So, research has shown that coloring can be another helpful way of reducing stress levels. It's also a great exercise for the brain. Choose an image to color and take care to do this slowly. The concentration required for this exercise will help you focus and bring peace to your busy mind. Good morning, Cheryl, and welcome. I already said good morning, Eileen. So, these are some good ways to start Mindful Monday. All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about mindfulness this morning. Let's see. Well, I got to get used to that, guys. I used to wearing my glasses for this. But anyways, I wrote down some mindful stuff. So, and my writing is too small. So, mindfulness, a basic human ability to be present, aware of where we are and what we're doing, and not overly reactive or overwhelmed by what's going on around us. So, mindfulness started in the way, like 400 BC, I think is the first noted, from Buddha, was the first noted practices of mindfulness. Now, mindfulness can be a lot of different things. For a lot of people, meditation can help you get to mindfulness, and it's not always that easy, but it takes practice. It really does. Mindfulness really is being present in this moment. It's not about worrying about yesterday or tomorrow or even 2 minutes from now. It's being present in this moment and allowing yourself to just kind of soak it all in, especially if you're having some issues, like maybe something is stressing you out at work and you're just like, oh my God. Instead of losing your ever-loving mind, just take a second. Okay, take a second, take a beat, just take a deep breath, and just kind of allow your body to settle down, to calm down, to just kind of level out. If something kind of raises your ire and you kind of want to punch back really hard, take that moment Take that moment to just kind of chill, right? And not do anything, not react in that moment. You can't unring a bell. So sometimes when you're feeling tense and you're feeling all this stuff happening, it's best to just take a second and just take a deep breath. All right. So to start off this week, I thought Mindful Monday would be good. So we have some stuff to start off the week with, that you can use for work or just in your everyday life. Number 1, set a morning intention. When you first wake up, do mindful breathing. Don't think about the day ahead. Just spend a few minutes with yourself and a clear mind. So I did do this morning, and I admit I fell back asleep, but but the first thing in my head was, oh my God, what are all the things I need to do today? And I realized after writing all this stuff down that Cheryl says CBD oil works better. It does. For a lot of people, it does. I actually have edibles for when my anxiety just peaks to its highest. But I don't have to use those very often, and I'm very, very lucky for that. But if you are at work and you're not able to use these kind of things, although some of them don't have THC in it, so you probably could. There's also these little pastilles. A friend of mine sent them to me that can just kind of help calm you down. But if you don't have the time to wait for these things to kick in, mindfulness can be a good thing. What I started out with was breathing into the count of 8 and exhaling to the count of 8. So, and I mean, don't speed it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just count like you would normally count, 1, 2, 3, etc. As you start to get better at the breathing and the intake, a lot of people suggest breathing into the count of 4, holding for the count of 4, and then releasing to the count of 8, to where you're just empty, you're devoid of air, and that's supposed to kind of set you back to the center, and you can kind of start feeling everything there. But also, don't start it that way, because that's a good way to pass out. So but yeah, setting an intention when you first wake up in the morning to just kind of diaphragm breathing works best. And she's not, Cheryl's right, and that's basically what the 848 is, or the 88. So just the deep breathing is really diaphragm breathing. And this isn't just for anxiety. This is for, those, just like I said, sometimes we're going to have these moments at work where we just want to like punch somebody's lights out, right? And we know we can't. So we think the next best thing we can do is just, kind of be snarky McSnarky, and just like, well, we can't do that either, because that can also get people into trouble. So sometimes it's best to just take that moment. Or maybe somebody came down on you, right? Like, one of the shows Sibling and I watch is Bar Rescue. And everybody, I know, you either like the guy or you don't like the guy. But one girl's like, I'm not going to take this. I'm not blah, blah, blah. It's like, look, you literally called in this guy to come fix your place. And then she got hurt because he literally gave her some truths. And he didn't say it mean. He said it in a normal tone. This is not your job title. Because you're not the marketing manager here. You're not this, that, or the other. You are literally taking promotions that somebody brings to you and then implementing them. You're not coming up with them yourself. And she got hurt. And I get it. I mean, feelings can be hurt sometimes, but people don't like truth bombs. Okay? Sometimes it doesn't have to be a truth bomb. You can just be honest with someone, say, look, bye, Cheryl. I hope you have a good day. Tell Rupert I said hello. And thanks for popping on, girl. It was nice talking to you this morning too. And I know we got to FaceTime. That was so exciting. And she showed me a storm, because she's in England, so she also sent me some video of the storms that they're having there right now. Super jealous, admittedly. We need more rain. I know rain is kicking our ass as far as the landslides and stuff go, but we need some more rain here. But anyways, so, but instead of taking a beat, and just saying, okay, look, I know this person just has my best interest in mind. She up and left, and then she quit. And it's like, okay, maybe that was probably better because she quit when real training was coming through. And I know it can be hard. I mean, we all go through these things where somebody thinks a certain way can be done better. And you can either show them, hey, look, you know what? The way I do this is working just fine, but let me try it your way. And then when it doesn't work, don't sit there and go, see, I told you it won't work. Just go back to slowly doing it the way you did it. Okay? And so that way everybody kind of wins. It's mindfulness when it comes to work is a little bit about compromise. It's a little bit about having patience with people that, sometimes think they know how to do things better than you do when this is your job. But just bear with it. Okay? Bear with it. So the next one is take a 60-second timeout. When those stressful moments occur, take a beat so you respond responsibly. Those were my words. And by that, again, going back to the first thing, you don't want to just punch someone in the face verbally. Even if you're not at work, not the right way to react, because that's usually how fights start, right? That's how arguments start. It's just all the bad things that can happen are gonna happen if you react by knee jerking. So if you take a 60-second timeout, even if you have to set an alarm, okay? There's also, God, I wish I could remember the name of this technique and the guy who taught it, but I can't, to be honest with you. And it was sent to me randomly from a friend from TikTok. So some of you may know, but what he does is he said set an alarm for 3 to 5 minutes, right? And this could be when you're alone, obviously not at your desk if you're at work, but he says set an alarm for 3 to 5 minutes and just complain about the situation, swear, be angry, just, whatever it is you have to get out. And when that alarm hits, let it go. He said the residual feelings may still be there, but the majority of the anger that you're feeling is going to be out. It's going to be gone. And sometimes I think that's the best thing we can do, because a lot of times we don't take that 60-second break, right? We sit there and we let it stir inside. We let it boil over to the point where it can literally ruin your day. This is why number 1 of mindfulness was the minute you wake up, don't think about all the things you have to do today or the day that you wake up, right? Just give yourself 2 minutes. Clear breathing, deep breathing, just some mindfulness. You don't have to sit, cross-legged on a pillow on the floor to do mindfulness. You can sit anywhere. You can be anywhere. Mindfulness, again, is just taking a moment and being present in that moment. Reminding yourself that, whatever's irritating you, whatever's going on, it is just a moment in time. And you have the ability to either see it through as just a moment in time, or to knee jerk and make it ruin the rest of your day. Possibly even a few more days after that, depending on whether there's backlash from it. I mean, if you lash out at the wrong person, there's going to be some problems there. And this could this is what I'm going to say. This could probably be really, really good for when you're driving. Oh God, so people just annoy the shit out of me when I'm driving. So there's terrible drivers out there. And the worst thing is they think they're really good drivers, but it's just like, they think they're good drivers because everybody else around them is a good driver. Completely an idiot. But I will also say this. I'm going to pat myself on the back and say they're few and far between. And that's because when I was first starting to drive, like I had my own car and everything, I was dating someone at the time who said, I'm not getting back in a car with you until you learn how to drive like a normal human being and not like you're on a racetrack. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even realize that. The habits from the person I had dated before, I picked up all these bad habits and their bad driving. And it's like, I didn't realize that it kind of implemented itself into my driving habits. And so since then, I've tried to be more cognizant. I've tried to be better. But, I admit sometimes the angry words come out because I get panicked when someone just does really something stupid in front of me, and it freaks me out. So this can also be, mindfulness is good for all kinds of situations. It's good for, don't close your eyes and do deep breathing while you're driving, but you could just say, to yourself, I am centered. I am mindful of my surroundings. I am safe. I am safe, I am centered, I am mindful of my surroundings. Okay? I am safe, I am centered, and I am mindful of my surroundings. And maybe that can help you, just you can breathe in and out, obviously, but don't do like the super meditative, mindful breathing while you're driving, or you're going to fall asleep and then you're going to be the idiot on the road. So you don't want to be that, right? So, anyways, let's see. Number 3, take your breaks. You get them, so use them. You get them, so use them. I was one of those that I rarely ever took my breaks. And to this day, I kind of regret that, because I think, people, I know that a lot of people think, oh, you're taking your break. It's like, you know what? They're given to me. So yeah, I'm taking my break. And you don't have to be snarky like that. Just say, yeah, you know what? I'm given 2 X amount of minute breaks every day. So I figure I'm going to go out and get some mindfulness. I'm going to keep myself healthy and keep that work-life balance going for me. Don't let other people guilt you if you want to take your break. You are allowed. They are mandated by law. They're not enforced by law, but they are part of the law. They're part of your work law. You are given a lunch break and 2 breaks. Now, that's California. I don't know about other places, but at least in California, if you live in California, you are allowed, older sibling, you're an HR person, feel free to chime in on that one, because I don't know the HR rules of other places. But if you are given a break, take them. I know in retail they make you take them, and I think they make you take them because they're like, yeah, we don't need cranky people on the floor. So it's a good time to have mindfulness, or to go to the bathroom, or do whatever you need to do. Take your fulfillment moments, but take your breaks. If you don't have a long break, then just, maybe get up from your desk, go downstairs. Well, this is for me, because I used to work on the 8th floor in a building, and just go outside, walk to the curb, walk back, because you're getting some fresh air as well. Just soak it all in. All right. So do take your breaks, because you are allowed to. Number 4, keep your personal devices out of reach if it does not pertain to work. So, distracted much? If you are, put it away. I know a lot of people are just so connected to their phones, or they're afraid they're going to miss this call, or afraid they're going to miss that. If you were at work and you have your phone constantly in sight, it can be so distracting. I made that mistake a few times, because people just, I can't bug people at work, but boy, they sure like to bug me at work. It's like, well, I'm working, I can't do this, but boy, when they needed something, damn, there's Shelly, because Shelly always has her phone next to her. And I regret that sometimes. It never got me in trouble, thank goodness. But it did in the old days. I had a friend, when I worked for a customer service place, I had a friend who just, everything was a crisis for this person. And the biggest mistake I made was giving them my work number. Every time. And then I'd be like, I have to go. I can't talk right now. But I know I have to go. And it's like, every time you're saying that, people can hear you, especially when you're in a call center. Now, this was like about 23 years ago. So this was my way back days. But the point is that you have to draw a line with people and say, look, if I don't answer, unless you don't text me. If I don't answer, I don't answer. It's because I'm busy. I am at work. It's like, you don't like it when I interrupt you at work, or you struggle when I interrupt you at work. And so, it became a thing now with my people now, that when it's an emergency, they will call. If not, they'll text. Hey, call me when you get a chance. Older sibling was always really good at that. She would text me, hey, call me when you get a chance. And it's not important. If it was important, she would call. Same with my parents. And, those were only the really people that reached out to me during the day. So I'm just using them as an example. But yeah, in the old days, when I had that one friend, it was just kind of like, why am I the only person there's like a whole 7 or 8 of us in this group. Why am I the only one you're calling? And why? Because I was the only one that would answer. So I know I don't want to toot my own horn. I worry about people, and I am sadly a fixer. I mean, even my therapist calls me a fixer. She says it's not a bad thing, but she's like, you have to learn your boundaries, and you have to learn, when to step in and when to just say, hey, you know what, you got to handle this yourself. So, and back then I didn't know all this. Back then I just wanted to help people. I just wanted to make sure and see them through their problems. But in that case, it did get me into trouble. So fortunately, in the more recent years, it has not. And I've been very, very lucky about that. But now that personal devices, iPads, or your tablets, your cell phones, all these things, now that they're more prominent, just if they are distracting to you, put them away. Okay, so that's tip number 4 for mindfulness. If your personal devices on your work desk are a distraction, put them away. So number 1, set a morning intention. So again, when you first wake up, set an intention. Today's going to be a great day. Today's going to be a wonderful day. I'm so happy and grateful for today. I think I told you guys that I came up with, when I first wake up, so I don't immediately think about the day ahead, I will literally just sit there and say, today is a beautiful day. I'm so grateful for this. Today is the perfect day. Well, there really is no perfect day, but today is a beautiful day. I'm so happy and grateful for this beautiful day. Miracle shall follow miracle, and wonders shall never cease. There's actually a whole thing, and I got that from somewhere else, but you could just say today's going to be a beautiful day. No matter what comes at me, I will be able to handle it with grace and ease. You can come up with things like that. So whenever something does come at you, you handle it with grace and ease. You're able to just say, oh, that's right. Those were the first thoughts in my head this morning. I'm going to take, number 2, the 60-second break, and just give myself a moment. And a 60-second break is if, you have that time. I mean, if someone is literally in front of you, just really making you want to rip your hair out, just take a deep breath. And if they say, excuse me, are you being, it's like, no, I'm just taking a deep breath. Because, and you could be honest, the way you're coming at me right now is very hurtful, or it's very unnecessary. And, I'm just taking a deep breath so I don't say something that I don't mean or that's going to get me in trouble. You don't have to be that honest. In fact, you could just sit there, and then when they go away, just do your deep breathing. Because I know sometimes I would do that with my mom. Sometimes when I was younger, I would just take that deep breath because, I think it was just instinctive, right? That basic instinct to just take a deep breath. And she would literally think I was huffing her. And older sibling knows the difference between me taking a deep breath and me huffing. So that's kind of our inside joke. But yeah, and it would get me into more trouble. So, if you're worried about it getting you into trouble, just stay as calm as you can. And when they walk away, just get up. Maybe if you can, escape to the restroom. If you have to cry, cry. If you have to breathe, breathe. Or just, sit at your desk, turn from everybody else, and just remind yourself, everything is going to be okay. Sometimes when people come at us, guns blazing, it's not always about us. Sometimes it's about them, and you just happen to be the person sitting there. Or they think you're low enough on the ladder that they can take all their shit out on you. And trust me, that has happened to me before too. And, and not really a specific job, just period. That has happened to me too, where, you're a little bit lower on the totem pole. And what people don't realize is there's something to be said about the totem pole. They'll sit there and say, oh yeah, well, you're low on the totem pole. The totem pole at the bottom is holding up everything above it. You remove that piece and boom, it's going to fall over. But not everybody is smart enough to see that the person who is the support is holding everyone up. So I had a wonderful, wonderful boss at my last job, Deanna. Really, really great. I was super bummed when she moved to Florida, but yeah, she was wonderful, and she really always made me feel good about myself. She made me feel like I belonged. She made me feel like, and I say this, I had wonderful coworkers. I had wonderful, wonderful coworkers, and I finally, over the weekend, was able to finally let go of my attachment to that job. It's been almost 4 years, and it's been painful. It's been painful. It's been hard seeing all the changes and the progress and the new people, and being forgotten by half your office that said they would keep in touch. But there's a very small handful of girls that I still keep in touch with, and I am super grateful for them, because I know that in that office they were my truest friends. And I know that no matter where I go in life, they're going to be there in one capacity or another. Catherine's one of them. So I don't know if she's still on, but she was one of them. And she's a beautiful soul. Always happy, always cheery. You knew that there was something wrong if she came in and she was not smiling. But even then, she would be like, nope, nope, it's going to be okay. I'm at work, blah, blah. Oh, say, thank you, Catherine. I love you guys too. So, but you know what? That's how it is. And you have to move forward. And so I finally found the strength to move forward, because I realized when I was having dinner with them last week that these are people that I'm so grateful to still have in my life. And, there's one more, Deanna. I usually see her in smaller groups. So, like just maybe one-on-one lunch, or, one-on-one dinner, but, because she's very busy too. So, but yeah, I'm grateful, and I'm grateful they make the time for me. So, these are some mindfulness things that you can do for Mindful Monday. I'm not sure if every Monday is going to be Mindful Monday, but for now, I think it's a good idea to really kind of start the week with some ideas on what we can do. I found another site that had some ideas, so I'll probably be back next Monday with some mindfulness too. But remember, when you first wake up, set a morning intention. Let yourself know that no matter how this day is going to go, that today is a good day. Today is a good day. I'm so happy and grateful that I have another day to live. Not everybody wakes up, guys. I know, that's the sad truth. That's the hard truth. Not everybody wakes up. So if you're opening your eyes on this fine day, be grateful. If you're struggling throughout the day, whether it's work related or whether it's life related, or maybe you're just having one of those moments where everything just feels like it's overwhelming you on your desk, take a few minutes. If you can, take a 60-second break. That was step number 2, or tip number 2. Take a 60-second break. Take your break if you get breaks, or just take a deep breath, right? 8 in, or breathe in to 8 to the count, or breathe into the count of 8, exhale to the count of 8, and do that a couple times. Just give yourself an 8-second split between each breath. Like between your cycles, because you don't want to pass out. Like I said, you don't want to pass out. Number 3, take your breaks. Take your breaks. I just mentioned that in step number 2, but that is actually step number 3. I know in California, you are allotted breaks. I don't know about salaried people, but I would guess that they have breaks. But if you're hourly, you do get breaks in California. So take them. Find out how long they are, 10 or 15 minutes. Most bosses are going to be okay. If it says you get a 10-minute break, I don't think they're going to care if you take 15, because it's going to take you about 2 minutes just to get out of the building. Take a short walk. Even if you just walk to your car and walk back, or you just walk in a circle outside, just get some sunshine, get some air, do all these wonderful things for yourself. Number 4, keep the personal devices out of the way if they are not required for your work, or if you find them too distracting. I know people that can sit next to their phone all day long and be like, oh, okay, I'll get back to them later. Not everybody can do that. Okay, so if you're not one of those people that can do that, put it away. Put it away. It can wait. If it's important, they can call you on your work phone. All right. So that's it. I know it's a short show today, wasn't it? It's a totally short show today. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you all for popping on. And part of mindfulness too is letting go of things that we can't handle, or not that we can't handle. Part of mindfulness is letting go of things that are out of our control. Okay, there was a resilience card, right? I do not need to be in control. Like I said, losing my old job, and I'm not sure if it was because I didn't leave on my own accord or what, but like I said, it was hard moving forward. I mean, that was my identity for so long. And then I kind of was just thrown into this healing journey that's taken me quite a while. And like I said, in the last year or so has really been when a lot of that healing has occurred. And it was because I finally allowed myself that. And I feel like the last jewel in that crown of moving forward was letting go of the past. I think what I was thinking was that if I let go of that job, I'm letting go of the people I care about. But as I looked around that table last Wednesday while having dinner, I realized I wasn't. There were three people I used to work with that were sitting there just, enjoying time together. All three of us enjoying time together. And these are three people that see each other, not every day, but see each other a couple times a week. But they were there to spend time with me. And I am truly, truly grateful for that, because that's friendship. That's the beauty of it all. So, even when things end, an ending is just, one part of a journey. Catherine, I love you. She says, you're stuck with this. I am stuck with you guys. And I am extremely grateful to be stuck with you ladies, because you guys are magnificent and wonderful, and I love every single one of you, and I am super duper grateful. In fact, it was funny because we talked about this at dinner. One of my friends that I worked with, Janice, her and I were on the phone for like 5 hours like 2 weeks ago. Even we couldn't believe it. It's like by the time we hit hour 4, we start. But yeah, and finally near midnight, it's like I have to go because I have a breakfast in the morning, because I was having breakfast with baby sibling that next morning. So yeah, you don't have to hang on to the past. Hang on to the people. Hang on to the people that are in your present, that are present in your present, that, bring a part of themselves to your table and allow you to bring a part of yourself to the table. Mindfulness can be a beautiful thing. A lot of people think it's hard. It's really not that hard. I thought it was hard at first, and I think I made it harder on myself than it actually had to be. But mindfulness, again, what did it say right here? It's a basic human ability to be present, aware of where we are and what we're doing, and not overly reactive or overwhelmed by what's going on around us. So if you're starting to feel overwhelmed, again, take your deep breaths. Start with the 8 and 8 count. When you get a little better at that, you can do the 4-4-8, which is breathe into the count of 4, hold at the count of 4, and breathe out to the count of 8. And that's, that really is, like Cheryl said earlier, diaphragm breathing. So yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Tomorrow is Tuesday Thoughts. I'll be back here tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, Facebook Live. All lives are public under Shelley Marie Lucas. You can also catch it on the replay on my YouTube channel, the Aloha Perspective. Even if you follow me here, feel free to go follow me on YouTube. I'm trying so hard to reach a higher number. I mean, it's more of I don't really care about how many people follow me. And being honest when I say that, because it's like I know a lot of people watch my videos, but they don't necessarily subscribe to my channel. But I'm really trying hard to get to 50, and because that's my age. So do me a solid, go over there and click subscribe. Because obviously I'm not breaking the barriers with lots of people that watch, but I do post it to other places, and I do know that they click on there and watch, because I can see the views in the analysis page, which I don't really look at. Every so often when I'm uploading videos, I'll see it and be like, oh, I'm so technologically stupid sometimes. I'm really good, but really dumb at the same time. So anyways, again, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see everybody back here tomorrow. Tomorrow, again, is Tuesday Thoughts. And tomorrow I'm going to talk about, it is Pride Month. So I'm going to talk about some Pride stuff tomorrow. I think it's time for me to get back on my soapbox and try to kibosh the hate that's out there for these beautiful, beautiful people that exist under the rainbow flag. I have a lot of friends and family that fall under that flag. So, we're going to talk about that. Oh, good morning, Kathy. Anyways, so again, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope, again, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to everybody tomorrow. Have a great day.